What's going on, guys? It is Coaster Central here, and today I will be doing my all-around review of Halloween Horror Nights 2017 in Orlando, Florida. Now, this Halloween Horror Nights is insanely good. They had so many great scare zones, so many great houses. Overall, they had 9 houses and 5 scare zones, which I'll be talking about later in this review, and so many just other good areas of the park. They just look so decorative and actually, for most people, scary. So I'm going to first be going through all of the houses, and then I'll be going through some of the scare zones. I'll be going through each house and saying how good each one is, just because I don't really have a review for each house, so which it kind of makes sense because I only do like coaster reviews. I don't really do house reviews. So yeah, that's what I'll be going like a little more depth in each scare zone haunted, or each house and scare zone in this review. So let's get started with our first house, Hive. Hive is definitely one of the longest. It is the longest. I mean, it is really good. I mean, sometimes it was dull. It wasn't like as scary as I thought. I mean, but it was still really, really fun. I mean, it's definitely not the worst. I was expecting it not to. It was a little better than I expected. I mean, it's kind of like an alien theme, and I like that alien theme. It looks really cool. It's like really close to. It's like really dark, so that means, and it's like really close to Scarecrow. I mean, because Scarecrow and this and Hive are both like in a tent, so that's what makes it like really dark for both of them when both of them are supposed to be dark. And I mean, the scares weren't as good as some of the other ones you'll see in some of the other ones at Halloween Horror Nights in 2017, but it's still a great house. Definitely not the worst and definitely not the best. So the next one we have on our list is Scarecrow. Wow, this was new for this year, same as Hive, and wow, it's definitely, when I first saw it, my dad just wanted to see what they said about it. So he said, "So what is this? Oh, what is Scarecrow?" And then they said, it's like the scariest and best of this year. I'm not saying it's the best, but it's close to the best. I'm not saying it's the best, but it's still like really, really good. I mean, even though it's brand new again, so you're gonna have all of those great jump scares. It is actually kind of scary a little bit. I mean, you have a ton of people in there jump scaring you. There's that part where you're just walking into the painting and the painting drops and it's like actually really loud, and it scares a ton of people. First time I did it, it scared me. And it has like a dead corpse in it. That was really cool. So that's the end of talking to Scarecrow. I would say definitely is one of the best, and it definitely should be probably in the top 3 of the houses at Halloween Horror Nights. So the next one we have Ash vs. Evil Dead. Ash vs. Evil Dead. It's a good scare. It's fine. It's definitely kind of gory. It's definitely a comedy maze of this year's Halloween Horror Nights, because it's a show, Ash vs. Evil Dead. The actors weren't the scare. It wasn't really that scary. It was just really gory, and there weren't that the most scare actors. I definitely would say this is one of the worst ones. But there's so many just good houses here. You can't go bad with either one. So that's why I would say that this one. This one definitely was way in the back. Because it definitely is way in the back. Because we were just got right up to the entrance. It's right in the kids zone, right next to the Curious George play area. So it's right over there. So yeah, that's why. So we were walking up, we got to the entrance, and then the person who was standing there, or the worker, said, "Oh, you made it all the way here. We're gonna give you the gift of more walking." And it sure was way more walking. It was probably it's probably the length of from probably it's probably the length of where it is to Scarecrow or Hive, just because they're right next to each other. So yeah, that walkway is really long. the entrance goes through, kind of goes through ET. Just funny. I mean, it wasn't the best. So next we have Saw. Saw. I mean, just like I said again, there are so many great houses that you can't go wrong with any one. And this one, I would say it's the worst. I mean, it isn't like too bad just because like there's so many good houses again. But I mean, it's definitely. I mean, I would definitely say it's the worst. I mean, it's not like they're wanting to scare you. It's like them wanting you to. They're wanting them to show you other people being like tortured, like in the trap of Saw. So yeah, that's where it's like. I mean, the ending's pretty good. I mean, I guess for a lot of people it's scary, like even watching this, and there are some jump scares, but there are not that many at all. It's just it probably has the least amount of scare actors. It is scary if you don't count the scare actors. I mean, it's kind of like its atmosphere. It's a little scary, and it does get really dark, and you kind of hear that voice of like the traps and all that. I definitely don't think I think it's the worst. I mean, it's not too good. So yeah, next we have American Horror Story. American Horror Story. It's been there a long time, and and this ride, or not this. Oh, what am I saying? This ride might take used to like my coaster reviews or top 10s. I don't know, but this maze or house is one of the best. I mean, it is definitely the longest by far. It's just so long. I know. I mean, it has like 4 different scents, which is really cool. This is a fun maze. This is the first maze I did at Halloween Horror Nights in 2017, and I honestly was scared. After I was thinking maybe I shouldn't do any more houses just because it's kind of like that scary. So yeah, that's. I would say it's definitely one of the most scariest. It does have a lot of jump scares and jump actors. So like, but like one thing that's not too good is that you have like all of like you're trying to fit like all of the seasons in it. Like all of the American Horror Story seasons. So that they did a really good job going from like one season to the other season. It was really cool. Yeah, and definitely those scents go in with each one. I mean, so there's like so many seasons. It kind of like has to go transfer through each one. That's why it's one of the longest. And that's why it's one of the longest. And one part like is like if you're walking and like after that big queue, under like that huge line, you go in and then you think it's about to start. And then you have that big, like, that line, like, couple rows inside the building. Already, it's like, and it's like, oh, we have to wait more lines. So yeah, not the best. But when you go in there, you do hear all of it, and it kind of, like, makes you, like, scared, more scared. So, like, when you walk in, it's really cool how they have those, like, angels or whatever they are, just holding their hands up. And then, like, one of them's fake. The one to right when you walk in, the one to your left is fake, but the one to your right is actually real, and it jumps out and scares a lot of people. The first time I went through, it scared me, or jump scared me. That was one of the best scares I had at Halloween Horror Nights. So that's done talking for American Horror Story, and now we are going over to Fallen. Fallen, it's new again. I'm not the biggest fan. I mean, I feel like I didn't get that many jump scares at all. I mean, that circle room, or if you can call it like where you turn around, is pretty cool. I mean, how they have actors all on the side. I didn't really get that many jump scares though. I mean, the walls look really cool. It's basically the whole theme of this house is basically the devil versus, or like good versus evil. I did not see any good in this. So that's I did not see like absolutely any. I just saw like all destruction in churches. So yeah, that's like basically what it is. And like I love the bungee, like they're just trying this out, but like I love the bungee cord one, or it's kind of like, and they like run. I didn't like it runs toward you, and then like the bungee cord pulls it back. That is really cool. I didn't get me right there, but like he was waiting right when we walked in, and then we stopped just to see what happened, because I know it was gonna happen. I know it was going to be scored. So then yeah, jump forward. It didn't scare us because we knew it was coming, but it was really cool seeing that. I mean, and they also have scares from above, which it's fun. I mean, the scares from above were good. It's just most people aren't looking up for scares. They're looking like to your left or to your right. So that's why I think you didn't get the best scares. But I saw, I was like, one person was like leaning over with straps on his back holding it. So yeah, that was cool. But overall, this maze isn't too good. I mean, it still is good. It just isn't like the best house there. It's probably average for a house. So our next maze, there's like so many mazes. Our next one is Dead Waters. A ton of people love this. I think it's good. Probably a little better than average. I don't know. It wasn't as. I mean, we asked the person outside what was her favorites. And she said she liked Dead Waters the best. She was upgrading Dead Waters and she likes it the best. So yeah. I mean, I see that. I can see that a lot of people would like it. I mean, first when you walk in, that big crashed boat. Oh wow, that looks so good. I mean, they just put like a ton of detail into this one. I mean, it just looks so cool. And like, so you kind of walk into the ship, and then they have these they have the walkways that are tilted to the side. Really cool. I love that. And they also have it's just so much detail. That was one of the best jump scares, probably one, I don't know, maybe the best jump scare I got on this house was when you were walking, and then were walking and I was looking around, and then somebody put their hand like really close to my face. I mean, like, you know, like they're not allowed to touch you. So they put their hand in your face, or they put their hand in my face, and I kind of jumped, and I was still recovering, and then another person jumped out and scared the hell out of me. That was probably the best jump scare ever. So yeah, that was a good jump scare. And like the rest of it, I mean, just looks so cool. It was a little shorter than normal because in the same building they're fitting Fallen and Dead Waters in. I mean, that's kind of good because it's still like, it doesn't seem like the shortest, but I can see how they could fit all of that in that building. So that's it for Dead Waters, and now we're moving on to our last house that we're going to talk about. It is Blumhouse. Blumhouse, yeah, I heard from a ton of people this was going to be one of the worst, and wow, I mean, I was not expecting it to be as good as it was. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was. It has like 3 movies packed in. There's Purge, Insidious, which definitely has the longest one. It's definitely the longest, and I forgot the other one. But yeah, I mean, as you walk through, I mean, the detail isn't as good as some of those. The colors look really cool. But there was this jump scare that it was probably second best jump scare I got. I was just walking around and it just jumped out. I was on the side and it just jumped out. So that was really cool. Jumped out, that just scared the crap out of me. I'm serious. And the rest of it, I mean, the Purge definitely probably need to be longer. I mean, they didn't have that much space to work with. I mean, the Purge definitely could be better. There wasn't like that much of a Purge at all. Insidious, definitely the longest by far. I would insist on, I would say that it'll be better with them spreading them out. It'll be better with them spreading them out. Spreading all of the, giving some more time for the Purge and the other one. So yeah, Blumhouse is actually the name of the productions. And they just put out Happy Death Day. So yeah, I mean, Blumhouse, it was way better than I expected. My dad said it was probably, for my dad, he said it was the best one of the night. Our second trip we went to Blumhouse, which we did Blumhouse. Well, from the new ones we didn't do last time, it was Fallen, Blumhouse, Hive, and Saw. He said out of all 4 of those, he said Blumhouse is the best, better than Hive. Better than Hive and Fallen and Saw. That just tells you how good I think it is. It's just like such a good house. The theming when you walk in, it's just so cool. So yeah, we're done talking with the houses. So now we're gonna go into the scare zones. They overall have 5 scare zones: Altars of Horror, Purge, Invasion, Trick or Treat, and Festival of the Deadliest. Okay, let's talk about Festival of the Deadliest. Okay, this one, it's not the best. I would say it's an average one. I didn't get that many scares. I didn't get that much scares at all. I mean, it looks really cool. But like it's really big, but I wouldn't say it's the best. It's still a good one. Scares aren't really as good. The theming, not too bad, not too good, but it's still fine. So Trick or Treat, yeah, you gotta love this. You gotta love this scare zone. It isn't scary at all, but it doesn't want to be scary. It just looks really cool all around. There's that part where he's like sitting there, and then it just spits out like water or something. I don't know. It's kind of like weird. But yeah, just say that. But then you have all the other nice, it's so foggy in there. I love the lighting. It's really well lit. So the other one, Festival of the Deadliest, is not really lit at all. But this one, it is lit. Lighted up. You can see definitely better. So then the next one is Invasion. The first time I loved Invasion. This one isn't really as scary either. I would say Trick or Treat's the least scariest, and for some people, aliens would be scary. But I don't really find aliens scary, so that's why Invasion isn't the scariest. So yeah, Invasion just it's kind of like aliens crashed down, and just everything happening around. It was fine. It definitely was. I still wouldn't say it's the best. So next we have Altars of Horror. This is definitely the photo op scare zone. It doesn't really scare you at all. It just has all the famous characters from all of your famous movies and all of the houses. That I got to get a picture with the 2 Shining Girls, which was really cool. And it was just really cool. Next one is Purge. I would say definitely this is the best. So many scare actors there, a lot of chainsaws. So a ton of chainsaws in there. I love how they saying out. They have this straight work signs to say American tradition, support the Purge. There's somebody on the top of a bus yelling and doing they're doing an auction, and it's a part where cutting body parts, and it sprays out water, which it got a lot of people wet, which is I don't know. They didn't really like it, but I don't know. So I'll say Purge is it's definitely it's located in the New York section. So that's what you call it. So that's what you call it. It's kind of in a big city. So yeah, there's actually another area that wasn't really I don't know why they don't call it a scare zone, but it was near the Simpsons ride and all in Simpsons area. They had all clowns and kill cons and chainsaws and everything. I don't know why they call that a scare zone, but it was still a nice one. I actually forgot to talk about one of the houses, Shining. Best scare zone. Or not scare, what am I saying? Best house of all of Halloween Horror Nights. I really do love this scare zone. What am I saying, scare zone? I really do love this house. It's definitely insanely good. The Shining, it's not the most scariest, but it still has it doesn't have that many scare zones, but jump scares, but the ones it has are really good, the bear one, the teddy bear one. That one was really good, probably the best. There's also the ones where Johnny's popping out, and then there's the one where it's like, here's Johnny. I love that part. The cold room was really nice. I mean, like when you're walking in, there's that person that comes up. He bangs cup on the floor and kind of jump scares some people. Like first you're walking through, it's just like a normal dance, whatever. And it's a normal, nice dinner, and then everything turns dark, and then all of the skeletons that are dancing jump out at you, and it kind of scares a lot of people. And there's also the areas where it's cool how they like at the end where they have like where you go through the maze. It's cool how they make it kind of snows a little bit, and you have like the maze. They actually make it cold, even though it's Florida and they have such hot water in Florida. They actually make it cold in there, and it feels nice. So yeah, that's it for The Shining, and that's it for my review of Halloween Horror Nights 2017. Overall, I love Halloween Horror Nights. I am definitely gonna go next year. Halloween Horror Nights 2018. Yeah, I love Halloween Horror Nights so much. So, hope you guys enjoyed my review of Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando 2017. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.